All right. Today we have with us a
No.
Parkinson's New South Wales counsellor, Vivian Luo, and Vivian will be talking about the benefits of counselling. So over to you, Viv.
Thank you, Stacey. Okay, I'm just going to share my slide now. Okay, can everyone see this? Yep, good. Okay, so I'm going to talk a bit about some benefits of counselling. And like I said before, questions hold it off towards the end. So for Parkinson's New South Wales, there's myself and another counsellor, Shashan. So I see clients here at North Ryde face to face, and Shashan sees clients at Walpole Hospital in the eastern suburbs. If coming in is too hard to see us face to face, like if you live far away or traveling is an issue, we can do Zoom, Skype, or over the phone counselling as well. Okay, so change the slide. Okay, so I'm going to share a bit about, hang on, I'm just going to move this thing, objectives of the session. So understanding a range of emotional and physical effects of being diagnosed with Parkinson's. I won't cover a lot of the physical effects because that's more a kind of like a nurse topic or a neurologist topic. We'll also talk about a range of resources that can help you to stay healthy both mentally and physically, and also talk about the importance of having a support system in this journey with Parkinson's disease, whether you are a carer or you are experiencing the Parkinson's disease itself. Okay. Okay, so the impact of Parkinson's, when we, initially when we're first diagnosed, there are often a wide range of feelings or emotions that we experience. So grieving often happen towards kind of, after a few months, and it's often associated with loss. Anger, denial, and depression often comes on board as well in the variety of emotions. Martin, I can see your hand. Is it okay if I get to you towards the end of the session? Okay, so these emotions will sort themselves out in time and it shouldn't be rushed. Okay, so how do we respond when we, first heard of the diagnosis? Some, clients do report feeling denial, shock, the fear, the anxiety of what's going to happen next. What is the future going to be like? Then on top of that, the feelings of overwhelming, like this is so much to deal with. Who's going to be with me? Who's going to help me? And then as those thoughts kind of develop, there is depression, there is doubt, and some people do feel relief because there are quite a few clients that go through months or even years of finding out the diagnosis itself. They go to see different specialists, different doctors, and no one can give them an answer. And so some people do actually feel relieved after hearing the diagnosis. Okay, so some mental and emotional symptoms. 40% of people living with Parkinson's experience anxiety, and 50% of people living with Parkinson's experience depression. It is very common. However, I won't say that it is permanent. So how I would describe it is it comes in waves. So you might feel anxiety in this stage of the Parkinson's, but you might not feel like that in, maybe a few months. And if you feel depressed at this stage of the Parkinson's, I would say if you have appropriate support, you wouldn't be feeling depressed, towards the kind of the whole journey. Then there is the sadness, there is thinking issues or problems and memory loss. It doesn't happen for everyone. And dealing with it day to day. So there are ways to express these feelings because, finding out that you have a diagnosis, it's a lot. And with that diagnosis comes a lot of change. And often, change, whether it's good or bad, even change like moving a new house or changing something like that's simple or it's good, it might be good, but there are also difficult feelings to go through. So same with Parkinson's. When you're first diagnosed, find ways to express how you feel. So for example, through talking to someone who cares, making space to cry, journal, painting, or doing a meditation practice. I always talk about mindfulness exercises with my clients because it can help you to focus on the present moment. So there are mindfulness exercises like yoga, meditation, qigong, things like that to slow you down, help you to learn to be present and focus on what is right here and right now in front of you, rather than focusing on, what the future will be like. What if this? What if that? Should this be happening? Should that be happening? So a lot of mindfulness is about focusing on what it is right now and what you can control. So that's kind of the summary of the last point. Okay, so seeing a counselor. It's private and confidential for yourself, for your carer, or family members. Some of us here have experience of seeing a counsellor, whether it be good or bad. I would say give everyone a try. Like you never really know who works out for you. It's kind of like dating in that sense. You will never know if that person is right for you or you like the person until you have a session with them, or you see them, or you have a chat with them. So counseling allows you to speak to a neutral person who has experience and knowledge of Parkinson's, and asking for help in a sense of seeing a counselor is an act of compassion towards yourself, an opportunity to shift, possible negative mindset. And in counseling, we often talk about tools and support in dealing with your diagnosis and common topics such as ways to tell your friends, family, or work colleagues about your diagnosis. Okay, so continue with that. Some in our counseling session, some of us do talk about anxiety, and often it's about anxious thoughts. We will also talk about improved mood, ways to improve your mood. We'll also talk about focus on present moment, and the big one is often about coping skills. Okay, so I'll touch on a few points from the previous slide. So fewer anxious thoughts. So in counseling, we can't erase those thoughts. Like I wouldn't say to you, oh, you just kind of forget about it or move on. That doesn't help. So by kind of addressing those thoughts that you have, we're kind of working on the relationship between you and those thoughts. And so counseling can help you to consider the common triggers and patterns to help you manage your thoughts better. There's no right or wrong thoughts. There's no good or bad thoughts. It's just how the thoughts are treating you or how the thoughts are impacting your life right now. Okay, improved mood. We'll also do a bit of collaborative conversation about building a sense of values that will improve your mood. Counseling will also help to build a deep internal sense of motivation, and this will help you to bring your focus on what you value in life and how to best live these values day to day. And also strengthening focus on the present. So when you're feeling stuck in your head, worrying about the future, or thinking about the past events, counseling can help you to gain awareness in the present moment through mindfulness practices. We can also do this through mindfulness tools that bring your focus on your breath and body sensations. So a big part of the mindfulness is that we don't just do it in the session like once a week or once every 2 weeks. It is one of those things that I encourage clients to do every single day or every second day. Kind of think of it as, if you're on a journey of weight loss, you wouldn't just go to the gym once a week. It's also that day-to-day practices that you're doing, diet, eating healthy things like that, that helps you towards to reach your end goal. So same with Parkinson's, and also doing mindfulness exercises. It's not just about that once a week or once every 2 weeks exercises that we do in sessions. It's a lot about doing those exercises every day and managing how you feel every day that can impact the long-term journey. Okay, and also coping skills. Coping skills is a really big topic that I often talk about with clients, and there is no shame, there's no embarrassment around talking with coping skills because we're not born to know how to cope in different situations. So counseling offers tools and practices to help you cope more effectively with stressful situations. So rather than reacting to those situations, we can talk about how we can respond to those situations more productively, responding rather than reacting. Okay. Also recognizing patterns and trigger points, like I talked about before, in stressful situations, and also come up with practical ways to deal with these situations. So slowing down, taking a step back, and connecting back to our breathing, it's very, very important because it helps us to be able to respond calmly and productively in different situations and wherever you are. Okay, so I'm coming towards the end of the slide. I understand that it's a lot in one presentation. If anything comes up, in the next few days or few weeks, any thought or any feelings that comes up for you, and you feel that, oh, I really should talk about this, or I really feel like I want to deal with what's happening right now, you can always contact us and have a chat with us. Um, so this is kind of my ending slide. Think of the opportunities, when you're ready, what kind of life do you want while living with Parkinson's? It is hard, and it is, unfair, as some clients describe, when you're diagnosed with Parkinson's. Why do I have to put up with it? But at the same time, if you think about it, what can we do with it? It's not something that we can change. So draw up your bucket list, start doing things that you have, long waited and you really want to do. Plan that long waited trip. Get help, get moving, get involved. Ask for help, practical help like cleaning, medical support, physio, exercise, join a support group, and things like that. Okay. Okay, and stay in touch with us. That's our website, and that's the information line. So when you ring the information line, our nurses on the phone will be able to refer you to either myself or Shashan, the other counsellor, and we'll be happy to give you a call and book you in. I see both of us see clients individually, or we see couples together, or even just family members as well.